this mentality that my feet can change has allowed me to continue dancing in the way that I want to, despite the fact that it may not look like, I don't know, Svetlana Zaharova. If you know who that is.
Do we have flexible ankles? So for me personally, I always get not always, but I tend to kind of obsess over certain things like that.
I wish my feet were different because I wish they had bigger arches. Because I always did ballet and I worked my feet for a really, really long time just to get the point that I do have. And my director of my old studio actually told me for 3 years that I could not be in her company because of my feet. They represent my dancing physically because they have a lot of different scars and cuts and bruises and places where you could see I broke my toes before dancing or had surgery from dancing.
I don't have high enough arches. I had flat feet that were corrected with orthotics. They're big, which can look nice, but they don't have a big enough arch to be considered beautiful, and they're very uneven, so my right foot has a much higher instep and a more flexible arch than my left foot. So with point work, that was always really unfortunate because I could, finally get the line that I wanted on one side, but then the other side wouldn't look the same because they're so uneven.
I had to just face the fact that ballet wasn't going to be for me or point work necessarily, and so that's how I kind of fell more in love with contemporary modern dance. I think a lot of people expect that I'm a ballet dancer, and I am quick to remind them that I'm not. I kind of take them for granted. But maybe in improvisation in contemporary dance, I might be more, I might tend to use my feet more than others.
Because I don't have aesthetically beautiful feet, I think that I try to set them apart from other feet through the way that I use them. I don't give up and I want to prove people wrong. I articulate them and they're strong, and I've worked them and I have improved them, and I feel like now when I'm doing more contemporary work, I have the ability to do unique things with them because I can distort them and sickle them really far, and I can articulate all of my toes.
I think that it affects my movement in a way that it's just created my style in a sense that I very much care about the shape of my legs, and I'm a leggy dancer, so I think that the feet just finish that line, and finding those angles is something that I think about a lot.
I definitely wish that I had much pointier feet and more flexible ankles for aesthetic purposes, but at the same time, my feet are definitely like a part of my identity. They're a part of me as a dancer, and they have definitely caused me to think about everything else that's going on in my body besides my feet, and I think that has made me the dancer I am today. And that's something that's unique about me, whereas someone else may be able to make a beautiful line and really dagger with their toes, whereas I'm working on something else.